if you know that someone is off, what we say at Kingdom Operatives is that someone is drifting, that they are not their best self, that certain parts of their life, whether it's their faith, their family, their fitness, their finance, or even something else, is off and they aren't seeing it. How do you get them to hear you? How do you get them to give you their attention? In particular, what do you do when someone is stubborn and unwilling to change? There's a couple pieces to this, and I'm just gonna have a conversation with you right now. There's nothing scripted here, okay? The first thing is, the hardness of our hearts can stop our transformation. Completely believe that. So one thing I did is I prayed consistently for God to soften my heart. I really did this, okay? The other thing that happened is that I recognized that I don't like the way I see things right now. So I was willing to change. I didn't know what that change meant. I just knew I didn't like the person in the mirror, okay? Additionally, just thinking out loud, all right? My wife escalated her call-outs of the drift. Thank God she did it. In other words, there were parts where she might say like, hey, I feel like we don't go on enough dates. Hey, I feel like, and this would continue. You know, I feel like you're not really present. Hey, you know, put your phone away. And then eventually I heard the call out of the drift that I could not ignore. Just like as a Blackhawk pilot, when my crew chief said, sir, you're drifting left, and he screamed it because, dude, we are close to hitting these trees now because you have ignored this and not taken action. You have not acknowledged when I have announced. Same thing with my wife. She announced things in her way. And one day she announced it in the way that I could hear. She said, Adam, I'm not happy. And that's all she said. I said, wait, what? She's like, I'm not happy. I haven't been happy for a long time. I'm not gonna stay this way, and I'm not gonna stay with you forever and just not be happy. And that was the call out. That was the, oh my God, I'm drifting. And I bet you Jess is thinking, I've been telling you this for years. I bet you there's other people in my life who've like, I've been trying to get your attention about this, that you're not fully here, that there's a part of you that seems sad, that seems empty, that even though you can do real well and you can perform real well in certain areas, that it's not consistent. See, people were calling out my drift and I couldn't hear them until one day the call out was clear and was appropriate for me. I want to ask you something right now. Are you calling out the